People have demonstrated in all 50 states after the death of George Floyd. Some of those protests turned violent, some remain peaceful. Here in Chattanooga, after a rough start, the protests have been mostly calm. A local man hopes it will stay that way. He says he wants to get his message across that violence is not the answer. He tells our Mary Frances Hoots there are other ways to participate if you can't protest. Mary Frances joins us now with the story.
Well, Greg, William Jones Odom thinks there's other ways to combat inequality, and he says a big part of that is just getting out into the community and being active with the underprivileged youth. And a huge part of that is law enforcement being there to see that, interact, and develop those relationships with some of the underprivileged youth in our area. 29-year-old William Jones Odom grew up underprivileged and says he has experienced what it's like to be targeted by law enforcement.
I have a feeling, when the police get behind me or anything, I don't even have to do nothing. My heart beat a different way.
Odom doesn't believe all police officers have bad intentions, but after the death of George Floyd, he thinks things need to change. He went to a protest in downtown Chattanooga where there were brief moments of violence. He says he doesn't support it.
The police brutality to stop, domestic violence I want to stop, anything with violence, black on black, I don't care if it's police brutality, Caucasian on Caucasian, all violence needs to stop.
Odom does a lot of work in the community with underprivileged children and thinks these violent protests set a poor example for future generations.
We got kids growing up and they see this. We don't want these kids doing the same thing these other people doing. We want them to grow up positive in school and graduate, be doctors and things.
To keep the peace and still fight for equality, he believes many can take action in the community and create relationships with young people, especially law enforcement.
More officers need to touch bases more with the community and help out more.
And some of the things that Odom has done for the underprivileged youth in our community are Easter egg hunts, track meets, Stop the Violence speaker series. Again, that's all for underprivileged youth. He'll continue to do that throughout the year. His next event is in July. It's a track meet at the Howard School. And again, he just encourages law enforcement to take his lead and get involved with the underprivileged youth in our community. Reporting live, Mary Frances Hooch, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Mary Frances.